Okay, so today came and went, and I've been debating whether I should say this in the video. And I understand that next week is President's Week, so this is the last teaching update for a couple of weeks. And on top of that, this is the last segment in this video, so I'll try my best to end in a more positive, cheerful tone. But today, it was one of those classes where I have to give every single chance that I could. And I did. I gave them a lot of warnings, and they still talked over me. And in the last 23 months of substitute teaching almost, this is very, very rare. It has happened before, but today was a first for me. I had to let someone else take over, and I think this is just something that I had to do. And so at lunchtime I just went over to the office and I told them the truth, and saying that it's just making me very sad. Yet I have the passion, I have the drive. I mean, I love doing what I do. And I was teaching a math lesson. It was cut short for obvious reasons. I had to go take them to lunch, and I was going to finish it after lunch, and I'm like, they weren't even listening to me in the first part of the math lesson as much. There were a couple of students actually who were engaged, and they're very smart in math. I'll say that. But from morning to afternoon, I call this adventures in substitute teaching, and I describe my adventures as a person with autism going through this, the public school system, to invest time in the future of our world. And that means more to me than anything. And math, I love math, but sometimes I just have to take a deep breath, and I give them all the pep talks I could. I employed all the SEL that I knew how. I talked to them, I said how much I believe them, and I still, even this very second, I still believe in them. It's just, I just have to tell myself, it's just going to take time. For some people, they just don't understand as much. They don't understand yet that they have purpose, they have value. I did everything I could. I emphatically told them how much that, they have purpose and value, and to believe in themselves, and I believe that you got it, what's in you. But, I just plant and water seeds. I would, go back to any one of them, and if they want help in their math or other academics, I can and I will. As I said in the notes to the principal, because I had to write a big lengthy letter to the principal and to the teacher explaining everything, I'm not mad at them whatsoever. And it's quite perplexing that I have to even say this, or that I am saying this. But if I don't, is it am I a liar? Am I withholding some things that I don't want the world to know? As if it's like social media, where you only post, the best about yourself instead of the worst about yourself. And, I'm in the social media world, but I'm in social media to be an encouragement, not to, glorify myself. I want to encourage people, especially people with autism. And you know what? I'm just trying to think of what advice could I give in this portion of the video, where I have to admit that, I survived 2/3 of today, and I just had to leave early. My advice would be this: if you have autism or any disability, or anywhere where you have a stressful day in your career or job, then sometimes you just have to take a step back and just give yourself a break sometimes, and you just have to realize your limitations, and you could hope and pray in your heart and your mind to for the best, for the future of these students or whoever you're working for. But sometimes you just have to take a deep breath and realize you can't do everything. I never believed that I could do every single thing anyway, but I just tried the best I could. I mean, after math we would have had social studies to go through, and I just felt like I couldn't be as effective if I stayed, and so I had to resign to my fate and let the front office know that I'm having a very sad day today. And they understood. I was thinking, is this admitting to failure? Am I a hypocrite? And so there's a lot of things in my mind. But as I said in the notes to the teacher and to the principal, I will continue to persevere. This isn't going to make me give up again. I've had equal days as this. For whatever reason, partly I felt invisible, partly I felt misunderstood, partly I felt like I wasn't being taken seriously. So it takes so much courage to admit this. I never wanted to inadvertently portray that I know everything. And I don't believe I even remotely imparted that by accident. I mean, anyone who watches me on social media or anyone in real life or reads my book, I'm sure no one on the planet thinks that I'm trying to say I know everything and I'm the best. I never said that at all, and I'm still in the growth mindset. I mean, I'm just a substitute teacher. Yes, I got teaching credentials. I'm going to get a master's in education in a couple of months. I'm still learning. I'm still growing. And even when I get into the career, I'm still going to be learning in the first few years. And I'm excited for it. I look forward to it. And what happened today is never going to stop me. That's why I titled my book Unstoppable, which actually mentions Whittier Elementary by name many times, as well as all the other schools in NMUSD by name. So, of course, if it comes to it, I'm going to, sub at Whittier again. And, I hope to do an assembly over there. I mean, I'd really be emphatic on, treating people nicely and treating people with respect and such, and a lot of them do. In fact, today, a lot of students from other classes were, they're so excited to see me. Even when I was walking to the school, there's students outside just, saying hello to me. And inside the school, there's people coming up to me saying hello and when are you going to sub for us again and such. And one thing right now, I hope I'm also not conveying the idea that all of these students that I subbed for today are horrible. Not one of them is horrible. I believe in every single one of them. I believe that they're smart and intelligent. I believe that they have what is in them. I believe they're good students. And so as I said to the notes to the principal and the teacher, it's like I fell back on some of my education heroes. And those are Ron Clark and Brad Cohen, as well as, my professors at Vanguard and all my past teachers and teachers that I got to know through subbing. And it was a hard decision to choose. I don't think I could make it today. I just don't think I could continue today. And I kept on thinking all day long today, all morning long, I kept on thinking about Ron Clark and Brad Cohen. And yes, in the movies, which are based on their true story life, it started out rough for them. But, I just felt, something inside of me that I am going to fail them. I'm going to, be a hypocrite or a failure. And, that's what my mind is attacking me with and currently. But, I just have to believe in myself that I'm not. And I made sure that the principal and teacher will tell those students that I'm not mad at them. I believe in them. It's just I couldn't do it. Anyway, that's how today went. I really apologize for ending this last teaching update in a couple of weeks on a low note. Thank you for making it this far. But as I conclude all my teaching updates, autism or not, disability or not, you can do whatever you set your heart and mind to do. I mean, I have autism, and what happened today isn't going to stop me. I will continue to be a substitute teacher for the next couple of years, and I will do whatever I can to get in every single school, public and private, in Orange County within the next few years, to do my volunteer assemblies at my expense from my heart, because I have been told that I've changed many lives. I've been told that my message is one of the first things that students tell their parents afterwards. I was told that. I know that I could try my best to impart the message of, being kind and disability inclusion, not just awareness and acceptance, to every single student. So those are just some of my encouragements that I want to give everyone. But this one thing everyone should take away is I'm not giving up, and I am unstoppable, and I will continue to be a substitute teacher even at Whittier Elementary. Hopefully I will have a lot of very good days in the future, so I don't have to make segments of this video just like this. But if I don't say these things as part of my adventure, then it's like I'm only posting the good and not the bad. And I hope that by me saying all this, it can somehow be an encouragement for people who are in the same boat to keep going themselves. And I hope that how I'm processing these things on camera can perhaps motivate other people. I do want to provide an update though. It's February 21st, 2024, Wednesday, and last Sunday I received six messages privately from students saying that they were from the 6th grade class, just apologizing how the class behaved, saying that they want me back to sub again, hope that I come back to Whittier, they wanted to see more tricks and everything. And one of the students was the only one who wasn't there that day. She was absent on Friday, and even she messaged me, reached out to me, and said that she apologizes for how the class behaved, and I had every right to let the teacher know. So again, I'm very appreciative for those students who apologized, and again, I'm not mad at any of the students in that class. And of course, I will return to Whittier one day to sub and hopefully to do an assembly this year. So I just thought I'd give that update.